pay as you cook. Let's take a look at that particular technology. Guide us or take us through how this definitely works.
Okay, so we realized that like 65% of Rwandese, they still use charcoal. So how can we make them use LPG at an affordable rate? So, and there's a technology nowadays called Internet of Things, whereby you can remotely control your devices. So with this Payasyoucook, they don't have to bother about the gas inside the cylinder. They just pay as they cook with their mobile phone, which uses Internet of Things. So with this, we realize that people can now buy gas. They don't have to use charcoal to cook or wooden, or what's it called, firewood to cook. So with this, I think it's a lot of innovation in Rwanda specifically, and I think it's the way to go in Africa.
Right. You talk of innovation. What's the innovation in here now? Let's go specific.
Okay, so we know that people want to use LPG.
Yeah.
It is expensive for them to buy. Because if you want to buy LPG, you have to buy the complete cylinder. You can't buy little by little. But for charcoal, you can actually buy the little amount you want. But for LPG, you can't do that. You have to buy the complete. So how can we make people that earn, like, let's say, 1,500 per day to use LPG? So with this technology, they can be installed in their house, but they can't access the complete gas inside the cylinder. They can only access little by little, just like the way they are using for charcoal. The method they are using for charcoal. You want to cook rice, you go out to buy charcoal of 300 Rwandan francs. You want to cook with LPG, no worries. Just pay with your mobile phone using 300 Rwandan francs, and you access the LPG. So we are still using the same technology people are using. Like, you don't have to use an Android phone, just the mobile money that's available. I mean, East African today, people are using mobile money almost everywhere.
Right. But then someone would wonder and say, today I'm already paying as I cook because I have the number of the LPG gas delivery guy on speed dial on my phone. And the moment it's over, I'll quickly, just SMS them. And of course, they will be able to deliver it at my house. And so what is new? What is different with this technology that you say?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But we are looking at people that don't have the costs to buy the whole LPG. Yeah. We're going to install the cylinder in their house. We install the stoves in their house. They don't bother about those costs. What they have to bother is they are ready to cook. Then they use their mobile phone to access the gas inside the LPG. So the innovation we are bringing is there's a device called Internet of Things called like a smart valve. It will be on top of the cylinder. So it measures how much gas you are dispensing, then calculate that in amount of money.
Technically speaking, I want to know how this will work, because I'm sure someone watching us right now is still a bit confused. How is this working? Where is the gas coming from? Are you going to install, pipes and tubes that will run through houses and connect them to a central place where the gas is coming from?
Yeah, currently we are trying to partner with local gas suppliers. Because local gas suppliers, if you go there today, you want to buy gas, they don't know if you're coming back next time. But with this solution, we're going to they can access more customers. So the local gas suppliers will be the one to deliver. We are just providing technology. We don't want to bother ourselves with the supply chain. So local gas supplier can see vividly that this is the customers they have, this is the paying customers. So the innovation behind it is, don't worry, you don't have money to buy the LPG cylinder, don't worry, we'll take care of it. So with these local gas suppliers, they can partner with us, provide the technology for them, they deliver to anywhere.
Paint for us a picture of how that kind of a house that is connected to your technology looks like.
Okay, just a normal small house. We install the cylinder in your house with the cooking gas. Then you can cook, and also with the technology on top of the cylinder, you can access it. People doesn't even need to bother about the device on top of the LPG. Now, another good thing about this scenario we intend to implement is we want to also apply it to health sector, which is a very good advantage. It is called O2. Everybody knows that if you go to hospitals and somebody is on life or support and is using O2 to breathe, nurses might have to go somewhere else to check another patient. But this patient on life support using O2, with our technology, it can notify the nurse that, say, this O2 is running low, you need to change the cylinder for this patient. So it makes procurement easier. If the procurement officer is far away, they can quickly change the O2 for the patient. That's another advantage for our solution. So it's not just for cooking gas alone.
Right. It's also for the hospitals. Some people already say this kind of things already exist. If you're talking about knowing the level of the gas, we already have the cylinders which you can be able to still see through and be able to know this. Maybe if we can move this conversation forward, talk to us a bit about the kind of people or institutions have already gotten in touch with, because you're saying you want to bring this here in Rwanda.
So October, early this last year, we got some seed funding from the GIZ, German Incorporation, and the support of the Rwandan government. So they are willing to take us further with this project. And I've been getting some different calls, people saying, we want to invest a lot of money into this project. It makes a lot of sense because if you check the percentage, 65% of Rwandese are still using charcoal. That is too bad. But LPG is available, but they can't access it because it's expensive for them. During the market survey we had, different people are saying this is a good way to go. We don't have money to buy the LPG. It costs like 65,000 Rwandan francs. They don't have it. Some people that are working full-time, if you get your salary today, you might spend everything within 2 weeks. The first week you get your salary, you can buy LPG. But the other week, probably you don't have any money. There's no way you can refill. You just go back to charcoal.
Right. So what you're saying is that you'll be able to provide quantities that every pocket can afford.
Exactly.
It's not the 12 kilograms or the 10 kilograms.
We are even starting with 300 Rwandan francs per day. That is so cheap. You have 300 with you. Don't bother. Just use your mobile money and pay. You have access to cook rice, to cook some other things you want to cook in the morning and afternoon, which is good.
Right. And so let's talk about more in terms of the business model that you're going to be using so that you bring back what is getting out of that particular pocket of yours.
So the business model, it's so easy because we as an inventor, we don't want to bother ourselves too much about a lot of things, but we are very sure that this project will make a lot of money because we want people, those local, people that's living in a rural environment, to be able to access this technology. We don't just want it to be people living in Kigali alone, anywhere in Rwanda and also in Africa general.
Right. And so probably if you're looking at this from a perspective where someone asks you, where has this worked before? Because seeing is believing. And if it doesn't work anywhere else, why do you think it will work here? So what sort of answer do you give them?
Well, it's just to believe in technology. In the UK, they don't use it like a Payasyoucook. They install pipe everywhere, within the UK and some other places. But we don't have the technology, the money, infrastructure available to install the pipe all over the whole Kigali city. But we intend to start in a little low scale. And if we want to grow this in a bigger scale, all the Rwandese will have this solution in their homes. And the people that are earning millions of naira, millions of Rwandan francs in their house, they can also access this solution because we don't want to depend on local earners. We are looking at middle class too.
Right.